Evening, and welcome to my final major project. This is a documentary based on mental health during the time of COVID. I hope you enjoy.
From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home. Thursday until the start of December, you must stay at home. In England, we must therefore go into a national lockdown, which is tough enough to contain this variant. That means the government is once again instructing you to stay at home.
You've lived in a world with many restrictions where it would be harder to see friends or family, and activity was limited due to places being closed. In this documentary, we will find out how people's mental health has suffered in lockdown and after lockdown.
For the month of April, I managed to cope with lockdown very well, but for the rest of it, I kind of struggled and lost motivation.
I had a lot of stuff going on and, had a clear mindset throughout. I had Xbox to do, so, interacting with my friends, cycling, walking and that. So in the first lockdown was all kind of a breeze, a bit more actually of a relief to take a break from finishing everything and getting stuff done. And then the other lockdowns were a bit of a pain, interrupting college time and work from home and all that, but it was all kind of solved, I'd say.
For the first half of lockdown, I got used to it, but when it hit in May and June and July, lockdown just seemed to get a bit boring and I was stuck in the same routine over and over to the point where I nearly lost sleep due to caffeine. Like, I was just drinking a lot of caffeine, and during lockdown I managed to learn a bit more, and especially cutting down my caffeine as well. For example, like a 3 monsters a day or something like that, but I've managed to cut that down. So I did learn a lot in lockdown. I guess, relating to fitness and nutrition, I managed to learn more.
For the first lockdown, I didn't improve, gain any skills, just kind of kept to, done it all how it went past. Didn't really gain any confidence, no real need, no real way to do it. But for the other lockdowns,
but also my confidence kind of stepped up talking to new people. And lockdown, after the first one, I in fact came out of lockdown in a new relationship. So ways to go, I actually managed to step up my confidence a bit more within carrying day-to-day tasks or trying new things, just having the confidence to do it. A year ago I didn't even like horror films, now I do. It's something like that, and it's just stepping up the confidence that will help me and will help you guys as well. Step out of it, and trying something new is good for your mental health. Even if you're scared, challenge it. Or even with your depression, talk to someone and things will change.
I guess I did, I learned stuff towards my F.M.P and other stuff as well, and gain confidence to go up and just ask people and their opinions about certain things which I could probably never really do before.
Before the pandemic, I felt my mental health was here and there. I did have a rough time throughout the end of 2018, but with me having ASD and anxiety, I feel my mental health was here and there, and it wasn't severe that I had to go to a GP. It just felt like fear and depression was kicking in, or I was feeling a little bit crappy from anything silly really, or just worried. So that kind of crept in a little bit with my anxieties before this pandemic. But my anxiety of when will lockdown be over, or when will gyms or pubs or anything like that be open again? Like, that just scared me so much because I'm used to living my day, going to work or going to the gym. Like, I just lost that during lockdown, and it got really tough. And I do agree that it can take a bit of sin out of your life, but the best way is to get motivated to pick up your routine again.
These areas will enter a new tier. Non-essential retail, indoor gyms and leisure facilities and personal care services must close.
Tier 4's announced, it was a bit annoying at first.
When Tier 4 got announced, things went tits up, and it was a bit really annoying at Christmas.
Me and my parents had plans to go see other family members, but that of course had to get scrapped. But we managed to, find solution towards what we were doing, and at the end of the day, we did have a good Christmas.
To the government to cancel your plans, especially when, like, my family went out and spent all this money just to have people around. But set aside, we still had a good Christmas despite of cancellation of Christmas bubbles. But like, we managed to cope well with this sudden change, even though it was really annoying at first. But we still had a good Christmas.
When Tier 4 got announced at Christmas, that was just... cool, so horrible, so weird. Just... no one couldn't really travel and things, and going out and having a laugh, enjoying a nice bit of food and stuff. Just when Tier 4 was just... it was tears. It was just horrible. Knowing that there wasn't much we could really do, like, that's when it got even worse and worse.
An article from the Mental Health Foundation from the interviews have suggested that people have widely suffered more symptoms, such as anxiety or depression caused by the pandemic. From what I know, people had more experience with mental health when Tier 4 got announced on December the 19th, after hearing they could not see their friends or family at Christmas. This country hopes to get everything back to normal and continue to stay safe. Remember, hands, face, space.